Clemson did some unspeakable things to NC State last night / yesterday. 59-35 is the final here. I'm going to give it a 1 chalice on a scale of 1 to 5. No one watched this. Outside of Clemson fans, I know this was like a party for you guys, but outside of you guys, no one's watching this, which is a testament to your team's performance, by the way. Clemson has been either up or down by 3 possessions at the start of every fourth quarter of a game they've played this year. So the fourth quarter has been just total and utter nail filing time if you're a Clemson fan or viewing their games. Clemson scored a touchdown on 6 of their first 7 drives. We'll go ahead and paper pop that. Game is long since over. It's 59-14 at the end of the third quarter. Just, guys, NC State was supposed to be a little sneaky contender in the ACC, and they were secret garbage instead. I hate to say it, but they are a bad football team. 493 to 230, the yardage edge at the end of 3. Clemson had 7 plays of 20-plus yards. This is an important stat because it seems like, and it's a limited sample size against some bad teams, but does it seem like the explosivity is a little bit back here for the Clemson offense? They had several more plays of 10 to 20 yards. Clemson had a different receiver lead them in every game so far this year, too. So there are signs. I don't want to go overboard. I want to be responsible here. There are signs that things are coming together. Now, we need to be responsible. Not just me. You guys, you need to be responsible here. There are a few truths that I think we can all understand and agree to. Clemson offensively is improving. That much is blatantly obvious. The killer instinct is obviously still there because they actually killed a team yesterday. They're no longer with us. NC State is gone. App State and NC State, here's another truth. Those are bad teams. Somehow, both of them are bad. So, you dominated bad teams, which is what good teams do. And you've got Stanford coming up, and you go to Florida State, and you go to Wake Forest, and you got Virginia, and then you've got a bye week, which will challenge you more than some of those teams will, and then you got Louisville at home. And I need to remind you, while the Clemson-Louisville game looks like one of the big marquee matchups of the year in the ACC, and it is one of the biggest disproportionate bye advantages that any team has in the sport this year. Clemson will be at home off a bye when Louisville comes to town. Louisville will be playing their 7th consecutive game and will be on the road. So, there is no high-level test for Clemson until the ACC championship game. Stop. What you just heard, in all likelihood, is what I didn't say. These things happen sometimes, so it helps to root it out. I said there is no high-level test for Clemson until the ACC championship game. What I didn't say is they won't lose until the SEC championship game. They could. What I did not say is they'll be in the ACC championship game. They may not be. All I'm telling you is this conference does not have a high-level playoff caliber test to offer this team until they play Miami, if they play them. And that would be not in the regular season. So, Klubnik's, I think, one of the most important players as we move forward in the sport because it looks like they found something. And if they have, it's a night and day different team. If Clemson has found themselves offensively, you take what you saw in week 1 against Georgia, for all we know, they could play again at some point. I was telling Jesse earlier, it'd be really fun in this new expanded playoff where you've got more possibility of matchups and whatnot to watch that matchup happen week 1. And it was just night and day difference between those two teams. And then what if they play again on a neutral field the 2nd or 3rd week of December, or early January? Like how different could the game look? It may look the exact same. There's still a lot unknown. Some of the things that we do know are trending positive. Clemson has the 2nd best odds to win the ACC right now at FanDuel. Miami, number 1. Louisville's number 3. And, I just realized, Jesse, it's not a typo, is it? Florida State's not even in the odds. I need a second. It's just depressing. And Florida State won yesterday. They didn't get Tallahasseed. They defeated the woke agenda. If you weren't following what happened all week, the Cal folks took the political divide in this country that currently exists and leveraged it to their advantage in possibly the most effective manner I've ever seen. I laughed at it all week. Just an unbelievable job. They did everything but win the football game. So Florida State is still not like in the top 10 of the odds, and Cal is. So anyway, hats off to Clemson. They got it done. So far, so good after the Georgia game. And all of their preseason goals are still in front of them.